All right, 11:02. Let's go ahead and get started. I always like to say the world is run by the people that show up, so we'll assume that everybody that wanted to be here is on the call already. So, first of all, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Jim Griffith. I'm the CEO of Corporate Technologies, providing IT services and, more importantly, cybersecurity services for our customers is something that me and my team take very seriously. And um, everyone that has been invited to this webinar, it's because we believe that at your company there is a need for advanced cybersecurity solutions. At Corporate Technologies, we have designed a service called Secure Advantage, and I just wanted to take you all through that today. So currently, all of you are either subscribers to our Help Desk Connect or Technology Advantage services. These services would include access to our dedicated teams that provide remote monitoring and maintenance services. As you know, we have 24/7 help desk, meaning, true butts in a chair all 168 hours of the week. You have access to our field services team in all 18 of our markets, as well as access to project services for any of the IT infrastructure upgrades that you may need to be making. And all of you have a dedicated account manager that more than likely invited you to this meeting. But what is not included in those services are any advanced cybersecurity solutions, and we wanted to talk with you about those today. Unfortunately, small businesses are the prime target now for cybersecurity criminals. I'm actually from Minnesota, or not from Minnesota, but I live in Minnesota. And one of our largest corporations, Target, was hit by ransomware. I don't know if it was 8, 9 years ago at this point. Took down the company. And as a result, it was the first time that a Fortune 100 company was taken down by by ransomware. And as a result, all large businesses had an unlimited budget when it came to cybersecurity services. And as a result, those those cybersecurity criminals started attacking smaller businesses. And unfortunately for small businesses, they don't have an unlimited budget like a Target or a 3M, or pick the large company in your particular market. And as a result, small businesses have become the prime target for cybersecurity criminals. And it's shocking to see how many small businesses are um, potentially ruined by ransomware and the loss of data. And as you can see here on this slide, a couple of stats. But unfortunately, even companies that pay the ransomware, only 50% of those companies actually even get their data back. And the reason is these, cybersecurity criminals, these are not, this is not somebody sitting in their basement in a hoodie going after a particular company. These are organized groups of people. I mean, there are people out there that just create the ransomware. So there are just software development organizations that focus on ransomware software. They create that, and then they actually sell that ransomware to other people that are going to go out and they're going to distribute it, right? Because it really is a business. And so those distributors are going to find ways to either create websites that carry ransomware. They're going to create clever email campaigns that contain links. And their job is to distribute the ransomware and hoping that one of those links or one of those websites are accessed by somebody so that they can infiltrate that company's network and place the ransomware on that customer's network or that company's network. Now, unfortunately, some of those companies, and they are literally companies, but some of those some of those criminal organizations don't have the capacity or skill set to remove the ransomware even after somebody has paid the ransom. And so, unfortunately, when you get it, even if you were to pay the ransom, not everybody is able to actually recover the data. And so, um, obviously, for our job as your IT services company is to identify that you need advanced cybersecurity solutions, and to provide one for you. And so, as we think about cybersecurity, I think it's important for you to ask yourself these questions, and to see how your business could respond to them. But right now at your businesses, do you have cybersecurity insurance, or some type of insurance that includes business loss from a cyber attack? And the reason I'm asking that is because not everybody's insurance actually covers that. And then if you do have it, our service, Secure Advantage, there are some insurance companies that would provide a discount if you were able to show them that you had services that minimized your chances of getting ransomware. Uh, Here's an unfortunate question, but are you aware of any other companies that have even gotten ransomware? Unfortunately, we hear about it a lot more. I know that in two of our markets, there are two customers right now that this week they are experiencing a ransomware attack. And it's the holiday season, and these ransomware companies, they need to make money as well. And unfortunately, we generally see a bigger spike in ransomware attacks around the holidays. Part of that may just be because they think people are less attentive, maybe more likely to click on an email. But do know that even though October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, December has always been a big month for ransomware attacks with customers that don't have our Secure Advantage offering. Are you noticing an increase in the amount of spoofing or phishing emails? I don't know about you, but the cleverness of the emails that are now being generated. 5 years ago, it was pretty obvious some of those emails that you would get, and you could tell easily that it wasn't from LinkedIn, or it wasn't from Amazon, or it wasn't from Microsoft. There would be discrepancies in the font being used in the emails, or even grammar mistakes. That they are well beyond that now. These emails are extremely well done. Those phishing and spoofing attempts, they look like legitimate emails from large companies. And so if you're seeing an increase in that, that's an indication that you may want to have some advanced cybersecurity solutions. Internally at Corporate Technologies, we do limit the websites that our employees are able to go to. We have what's called DNS filtering, and so DNS filtering is there are lists of known domains out there, or known websites that have malware on there. Our domain filtering system updates that on a daily basis, and so we're able to prevent our employees from possibly going to one of those websites. In addition, there are some companies out there that may want to prevent their employees from using Facebook during the workday. I know some companies have YouTube as being something that they wanted to restrict. There's obviously gaming websites, but DNS filtering, which is a service that we include in Secure Advantage, also would prevent them from going to websites with known malware. And there are literally websites out there that are created to attract people so that they will click on a link on that website, and ransomware can be downloaded via a website as well. At your business, are there any concerns with employees adding applications or software to their PCs without authorization? And so, as we all know, we work at a company, and the laptops or desktops that we're given are generally going to be company owned. And the applications that our employees need to do their jobs are generally going to be the ones that we would load on the machines for them. Some businesses some businesses don't have any applications that would prevent their employees from downloading software. And so that's extremely important because, as I mentioned before, not only are there websites out there that contain malware, but there are websites out there, and there are even games that these cybersecurity criminals are making so that you download a game that could be as benign as something like Candy Crush. And the real reason they want you to download that game is because there's ransomware on there. But point being that, in my opinion, you should have some limitations as to what the employees are able to download onto their computers. Obviously, most of the time, it's probably something like an Adobe software upgrade, but at the same time, having systems in place to minimize what the employees can download onto the computers should be extremely important for all of the businesses out there. So besides your customer information, do you have banking information from them? Obviously, most of the businesses that we deal with are billing their customers on a monthly basis for some product or service, and a lot of our customers have have banking information for those customers. And so, when you think about protecting your network, it's not just your own internal customer records, but it's also the banking information of those customers. And some states will mandate that in the event that you did have a ransomware attack, you've got to notify all of your customers. And I believe California is one of them. And I know that that regulation is being analyzed and is being considered in other states as well. But it's one thing to consider is your customers' information, your employees' information. So most companies are using some type of HR or payroll related software, and Social Security information is generally going to be stored in there. But if you have other CRMs or other files which contain your employees and their Social Security information, that stuff would be at risk in the event of a ransomware attack. If you are interested, or if you are currently working with any local, state, or federal organization or institution, a lot of those institutions have requirements for security of their contractors or subcontractors and vendors. And I mention this only because Secure Advantage would cover many of the requirements that those local, state, and federal institutions would need. And so here's a big one. So how many people in your company can authorize vendor payments or wire transfers? Generally, it's limited, right? Generally, most businesses have that limited to accounting, finance functions. But that's something to consider. Who could actually authorize it by even sending an email. And I'll tell you a story a little bit later on about a company that I know that the CEO, they believed a woman that handled financial transfers for this business received an email from who she thought was the CEO of the company, asking her to wire $90,000 to a bank account, and she did it. She was used to receiving emails from this person, making wire transfers or requesting money to be sent. And unfortunately, that company was a victim of it wasn't ransomware, but it was a victim of spoofing. And as a result, that company sent out $90,000 to a bank account in another country. So, does your business require any compliance, such as HIPAA, PCI, CMMC? A lot of those will also require advanced security solutions, and Secure Advantage would assist with those. Uh, and as you think about the current cybersecurity solutions that your business does have in place, think about how important is security, and then more importantly, how would you rate your current company's security awareness or solutions at this point? We're going to assume you're interested in learning more about our advanced services. And so, having, 1,700 customers across the country in 18 different markets, for us, it was extremely important to develop a comprehensive cybersecurity solution that addressed all of the needs that a small to medium-sized business would need. And so it's comprehensive, and think of it as a layered approach to how we provide security services to our customers. But first, we start at the entire employee base of a company. And so we make sure all employees accessing the applications or network requires multi-factor authentication. Everybody is provided with next-gen antivirus solutions, which include SOC services. Everyone will have email filtering to minimize or remove any spam emails and spoofing or phishing attempts. And then we're going to make sure that every one of the employees has a requirement when it comes to security training. And so security training is something that occurs on a quarterly basis. I take security training here at Corporate Technologies, and even someone at my in my position, I'm required to take it, and it's very helpful for me to know of other ways that I could be at risk by not paying attention to some of the some of the new ways that cybersecurity criminals are trying to attack individual users and companies. Then at the next level, we add in what's called, so senior leadership, right? And I really consider, we call it CEO fraud detection, but I like to consider it senior leadership, anybody that has the ability to ask for money to be sent or authorize a vendor payment. We include what we call CEO fraud protection. And so that ensures that, for example, any email that comes from me to anybody on our finance team, there is an indication verifying that it did come from Jim Griffith with inside Corporate Technologies. And so in the event that somebody in our finance department received an email, and even though on the email it said Jim Griffith, if that domain and my email address did not match what they have, what we've identified as my email address, which is jim.griffith@GoCorpTech, in the banner of that email, it would say this email is coming from outside the organization. And so at all of our customers where there are people that can influence the transfer of money or the payment of bills, every one of those people would be included in our CEO fraud protection. The next layer of defense that we provide all of our customers comes at the company level, right? And so we add on an application blocker. And so this means that anytime that an employee wants to download a new software or application, it is restricted until authorization is provided. And so if you have this application blocker and you try to download a new, could be a game, could be a business related application, we would contact your administrative person at your business and make sure that it was okay for Jim to be downloading this new program. Once it was authorized, then we would let that program be downloaded. But, when it comes to security, there's always a certain amount of inconvenience But we believe that giving our customers the knowledge that new programs are being downloaded is extremely important. Um, Also, we have advanced firewall protection and DNS filtering. So as I mentioned before, DNS filtering, that makes sure that known nefarious websites are not able to be accessed at your company. We would work with you to figure out other websites that you wouldn't want your employees going to. Like I said, obviously could be Facebook, YouTube, other social media, obviously pornography, anything like that. We would want to make sure that those things would be restricted, but that provides that layered approach. So whether it's at the company level, at the employee level, or at the level of people that can influence money being transferred in and out of your business, Corporate Technologies has created Secure Advantage to provide that comprehensive solution for your business. So here's a little more detail about all of the services that we include in Secure Advantage. And so, as I mentioned before, it includes multi-factor authentication, which would require any application or network access, requiring multi-factor authentication to either their email or cell phone. We do include next-gen antivirus with a 24/7 security operations center team, which is constantly paying attention to any activity on your networks. The DNS filtering, which I mentioned before, application firewall, making sure that none of your employees can just download any application or new software without permission. The CEO or senior leadership fraud protection, enhanced email security, which would remove that which includes spam filtering, spoof filtering, and phishing attempts. And then obviously security awareness and training. And this is something that we all just need to be aware of. And the reason that it's important to have this consistent training is because, as I mentioned before, there are new ways that are constantly being created, and that security awareness training on a quarterly basis makes sure that you and your employees are up to date on the new methods that unfortunately these cyber criminals are introducing on a daily basis in order to have a higher likelihood of putting ransomware on somebody's network. So. All right, so after understanding what we include in our Secure Advantage services, how would you rate your cybersecurity solutions now? I suspect many of you would rate it a little less than what you previously had, knowing what is available out there. Hopefully you see how Secure Advantage could help your company. And I believe, we've created this comprehensive solution, so it would cover all of the security concerns that our customers would need. And, I don't know if I have only owners of businesses on the phone. Generally, owners of the businesses are extremely concerned about cybersecurity. And so in the event that anyone on this call feels as though somebody else in their organization should also be aware of this services, we'd be more than happy to schedule an additional meeting to include them as well and to provide the same presentation again. And so I'm going to assume you'd like to review the pricing at Corporate Technologies. We've always thought that making technology services with prices that are easy to understand were extremely important. And so, like our Help Desk Connect and Technology Advantage services, we do offer discounted pricing for 3-year agreements or 2 versus a 1. And so, the price for these services on a 1-year plan would be $55 for every desktop and server. And if you were to go to a 3-year agreement, there's an 18% discount that would bring the price to only $45 a month. But this is an extremely comprehensive package, extremely cost competitive. No longer do you have to be concerned about these services. We have one package that takes care of everything for you. And so, in the event that you are interested in these services, your account manager can provide a more detailed quote. They would know the exact amount of desktops and servers that you currently have, and so they could provide that for you. All right, that's all I've got. And so we can open this up for questions, I believe. And I'm not sure if we are allowing live questions or if they has to be done through chat. And so, um, or can we offer live? Okay, I'm being told that the questions are going to be limited to chat at this point. So. So the question is for Amber. Amber has a question: is this in addition to the Microsoft MS? Yeah, yes, it is, right? And the Microsoft MFA only works on the Microsoft products, and so the MFA would include the other applications that you have as well. Yeah, initial implementation fee is generally 1 month. It's equivalent to 1 month service fee. But I do know that in December, we are waiving the installation fee, and so it's a great month to, even if you've just uh, in the event that we are unable to get you scheduled to be installed in December, if you sign up in December, the installation fee is waived this month. So. Any other questions? Oh, and I guess part of the invitation to the webinar was that you get 1 month free if you attended the webinar. And so in addition to waiving the installation fee, your first month is free as well. And so Tracy, the installation fee, it's equal to 1 month of the service contract. And so, but as I mentioned, that installation fee is waived if you sign up before the end of December. Yeah, how would this, so Valerie's asking, how would this product be different than MS Entra and Defender for a company that is Microsoft centric? So great question. So Microsoft Defender is Microsoft's antivirus product, right? Um, so this solution is much more comprehensive. Defender does not include anything with CEO fraud protection, no security training, absolutely nothing to do with DNS filtering or application whitelisting. And so we would replace that Defender product with our advanced next gen AV solution, which includes SOC services. Defender does not include any SOC services in there as well. Any other questions? And in the event that you have a question that you can always reach out to your account manager and they can answer these questions directly as well. They're well versed on this service just like I am. And so, Valerie, did I answer your question? Okay, perfect. All right, Valerie wants to get me scheduled for an overview. I can't promise you that, but I can definitely get another meeting scheduled and we can provide the same presentation to the ownership of your business. So Colin, we sometimes have a delay with authorization for updates and installing new applications. Is there a way to have authorized applications that can be updated without having employees call it? So yes, we are working on that. So sometimes there are software updates that are done for pre-authorized applications. And so we're working with the company that provides that service for us, and we believe we'll be able to minimize the time delay that sometimes occurs. And that's what I meant by sometimes security can be inconvenient. But in my opinion, as the CEO of Corporate Technologies, I prefer our employees to have to wait a certain amount of time than just give them the authorization to download something without authorization. But we are working on that, Colin, and hopefully we'll have that taken care of in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, and Zoom is a perfect example. And so we're aware of that one and we are working on that one. So that answer your question, Colin? All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, as mentioned, since you attended the webinar, first month free of Secure Advantage, and we're waiving the installation charge. So please reach out to your account manager and they can provide you with a more detailed quote. I appreciate everyone's time. Have a wonderful holiday season. And yes, Valerie, you can get a copy of this recording. We will make sure that is sent to you. So we'll take note of your request and make sure you get it. All right. Have a wonderful holiday season and enjoy your weekends. All right, Colin, we'll get you one as well. Thanks, everyone.